Hey guys, it's your girl Chef Joya, and welcome back to Compare Foods Vegan on a Budget. Today, we're celebrating a very special day, and that is Juneteenth, with the delicious red velvet bread pudding. So let's get into this recipe. All right, so we're gonna start off by making our custard. We're gonna add in a can of coconut cream. Then we're gonna add in about 2 cups of plant milk, and you can use a sweetened or unsweetened plant milk. Just if you use unsweetened, you're gonna add more sugar to it. And then I also did boil this with a cinnamon stick inside. So we're gonna add this milk. Next, I'm gonna add in 2 sticks of melted plant-based butter. And you can use less, but why would you? Then we're gonna go ahead and add in a little bit of Himalayan salt, about 1/2 teaspoon. Next, we're gonna add in about 3 tablespoons of cocoa powder. Next, we're gonna add in 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, and this is going to act as our egg and typical bread pudding. We're gonna add in about a tablespoon of vanilla. Actually, I'm gonna add a little bit more, so about a tablespoon and a teaspoon of vanilla. Next, we're gonna add in some nutmeg. Now, even though our nutmeg is inside the chocolate cake, I just wanna add a little bit more. Next, we're gonna add in some ginger. Now, this is optional, but it definitely enhances the flavor. So we have cinnamon, nutmeg, and ginger. Ooh, that smells so good. Now we're gonna give this a nice blend, and you wanna move as fast as possible because that cornstarch will start to lump up. Next, we're gonna add about 1.5 cups of brown sugar. Now you also can use white sugar for this, but you would wanna do 1 cup of white sugar and 1/2 cup of brown sugar. Next, we're gonna add in a little bit of flaxseed meal, about 2 tablespoons, which gives me about 2 eggs. So we have the cornstarch for eggs and the flaxseed meal for eggs. And this is gonna give it more jelly-like consistency and make sure it binds together. Next, I'm gonna add in a little bit of red food coloring just to make it red. All right, so I'm gonna add that in there and give this a nice mix. For our red velvet cake, I literally use box mix, and you can use any brand box mix that's actually vegan. A lot of them are vegan. You just have to read the ingredients on the box. And then I mixed it with some flaxseed. I mixed it with flaxseed meal for my egg, and then I also added coffee, 1/2 water, 1/2 coffee, and I followed directions on the box, and I cooked it in the oven, and I did let it cook for an extra 10 minutes so it can be a little bit harder. Now, if you do this the day before, it holds up even better. But now I'm cutting it into cubes, and then I'm adding my bread pieces or my cake pieces to a bowl. So we're gonna add this to the bowl. Ooh, it's so gooey. And once we get all these pieces added to the bowl, we're gonna go ahead and pour over our custard. And you don't have to worry about this being neat at all because this is all gonna get mushed down. Now, there are some people that like their bread put it in bigger chunks. I'm not one of those people. I definitely like it smushed in with a lot of icing. Next, we're gonna go ahead and spray our dish with some nonstick spray. And you wanna make sure you get it real nice and coated, all right? Then we're gonna pour in our bread pudding mixture, our red velvet bread pudding mixture. So we get that poured in nicely. And you see how thick that is? It's not watery. It's like an extra thick sand muffin. Just gotta put you in the thoughts of that. So we have our oven preheated to 375 degrees. We're gonna let this bake in the oven for about 45 minutes into an hour. You can put a toothpick in it to see when it's done because you do want this to be nice and moist. So your toothpick should come out almost clean, not too clean, because then if it comes out too clean, then you just have cake again. All right, guys. Now that our red velvet bread pudding is out of the oven, we're gonna go ahead and start working on our icing. First, I'm gonna go ahead and add in about a cup of powdered sugar. Next, I'm gonna add in my cream cheese, and you wanna make sure your cream cheese is room temperature. So this is about 7.5 ounces of vegan cream cheese. Next, I'm gonna add in about 3 or so tablespoons of plant milk. And I always could add more later. I could add more, but I can't take it out. Next, I'm gonna add in a little bit of vanilla. And I'm gonna give this a nice mix. And I want like a milk-like consistency. Well, like a glaze. Let me not say milk. We want a glaze, all right? We don't want it runny. Now you can do this by hand with a fork, or you can take a good old mixer. I'm gonna go ahead and try to do this with the fork. We're gonna see, because I might switch to that mixer in a minute. For those of you who may not know, Juneteenth is celebrated on July 19th, and that marks the day in 1865 where the last enslaved African Americans in Galveston, Texas were finally informed of their freedom, over 2 years after Emancipation Proclamation. It's a day of joy, reflection, and celebration of African American culture and resilience. All right, let's give this a try. Me and my sound effects. Oh, goodness. Ooh, wait a minute. Y'all hear that swallow? This is so delicious. Oh my gosh. Like the coffee, the nutmeg, the sweetness, and the powdered sugar, and then making this with just brown sugar instead of actually adding the granulated sugar. Matter of fact, scratch, I told y'all to use the granulated sugar. Don't even use it. Just strictly use the brown sugar. You are going to love this. I cannot wait for you all to give this a try. Make sure you're following Compare Foods so you can find the best vegan on a budget recipes there is. I'm Chef Joya, and I'll see you next time. Ciao.